Hello chess lovers, Suren here, and in this video I would like to share with you a fantastic game played by Mikhail Tal. His opponent is Isaak Birbrager, and this game was played in 1953 in Kharkov. But before starting the game, would like to warm up your brain. Please take a look at this position and try to find the mating line for white. I will wait for your answer in the comment section. And now without further ado, let's go for our main game and see what happened on the board. Birbrager opened up with d4 and Tal responded with knight f6, c4, c5. Here is how Tal commenced his move. Up till 1953, I normally adopted the Slav defense, the Nimzo-Indian and the King's Indian, less frequently the Dutch and very rarely the Grunfeld. As far as I remember, in one of the issues of Shakhmati, the USSR, at that time the game Boleslavsky Nezhmedinov from the championship of the Russian Republic appeared, in which Black treated the system with c5 in very interesting fashion. This game appealed to me and I began occasionally and then fairly regularly to adopt it in tournaments. d5 by Birbrager and e6 Tal goes for Modern Benoni. Knight c3, e takes d5, c takes d5. Black managed to gain a queenside pawn majority whose advance is usually being supported by the fianchettoed dark squared bishop. e4 g6, knight f3, bishop g7, bishop d3. We have castling by both sides and knight a6. Another popular alternative is going for a6 b5 advancement, but Tal is choosing another line. He goes for knight a6, knight d2, knight b4, and after bishop e2. Yes, the knight on b4 is somewhat misplaced, and after rook e8, Birbrager kicked away the knight by playing a3, rook e1, knight c7, queen c2, rook b8, a4. Yes, white is acting against any possible advancements on the queen side. b6, knight b5, a6. We have the exchange of knights on c7 and rook a2. White is moving away his rook from this dangerous diagonal in order to fianchetto his bishop, but doing it by playing rook b1 or playing rook a3 could have been more natural, but in our game we have rook a2. The rook is somewhat misplaced on a2, queen e7, f3, knight h5, knight f1 and f5. Yes, Black is challenging white's pawn center. We have bishop d3 and this time we have f4, and already there are some very dangerous threats like bishop d4 check and then queen h4, knight h3 check. That's why in here Birbrager played g4. But anyways, bishop d4 check is on the board, king h1, queen h4. Of course, if you capture the knight, then in return Black will win. White knight, we have rook e2 and queen h3. Although according to the engine, instead of playing queen h3, knight g3 check could have been better. But this is a very risky line, a very dangerous one to go from a human perspective. And then after f takes g3, rook g2, the engine suggests bishop takes g4. If f takes g4, then rook f8, and then rook f2, and then rook f8. Yes, Black has an advantage, but Tal chose a comparatively safer queen h3 move is coming after the pawn on f3, rook g2, and queen takes f3. In here again the engine suggests a sacrifice and offers bishop takes g4. If rook takes g4, then queen f3 check, and then queen h3. And once the f3 square is free, f3 can be played. If rook f2, then rook e5. If bishop takes a6, then rook f8. Black has a dangerous attack, but again Tal chose a safer queen takes f3 move. Knight d2, queen e3, knight f1, queen f3. Here the players repeated the moves, and after knight d2, Tal decided to avoid draw with a repetition of moves and decided to sacrifice his queen. Yes, guys, he went for bishop takes g4. Here is how he commenced this move. This would appear to be the first occasion on which I made a positional sacrifice of a queen for a knight. White accepted the sacrifice, but now let's see where is Black's compensation. Bishop takes f3. Yes, Black bishops are very dominant, and now Black has some very creepy ideas like rook e5 and then knight g3 check followed by rook h5 checkmate. That's why White played h4, which is actually the best continuation. because if we move like b3, then instead of rook e5, even rook takes e4 is playable. Yes, if bishop takes e4, then rook e8. If queen c4, then rook takes e4. If h4, then bishop e5. And then rook e1 check. And then rook takes c1. Although the engine gives white a slight advantage, but we have a highly complex position. Everything is not so clear from a human perspective, and white should defend precisely, otherwise can easily lose the game. In our game, after bishop takes f3, we have h4, rook f8 and bishop e2, after which white's position goes down very quickly. It was better to play b3. If rook e8, then king h2, and after bishop takes g2, queen takes g2, f3, play queen g4, and then king g1, and then king f1. In this case, white has an advantage and still is managing to defend. But after rook f8, we have bishop e2, and now comes the knight g3 check, king h2, and bishop takes g2. And after king takes g2, Tal also captured on e2, and after queen takes e2, he forked the king and the queen. By the way, black could play rook a3 instead of queen takes e2, but even in this case, yes, black has an advantage. b5 is coming, and then black can come after the pawn on h4. Yes, it's going to be very hard to save this position for white. Although, on the other hand, I have to mention that this could have prolonged white's resistance, but in our game, after knight takes e2, f queen takes e2, f3 check is on the board, and white is losing his queen. Rook f8 check, king g3, bishop e5 check, king g2, bishop f4, and believe it or not, but in this position, Isaak Birbrager resigned. For example, if rook a1, then black first can play a5. In some lines, this is useful, prevents any possible a5 moves. And if b3, only now black can go for bishop takes c1, and then can win one more pawn. And yes, this rook endgame is going to be winning. That's why after bishop f4, we have a resignation. Although still black could prolong the game by making few more moves, but in here, Isaak Birbrager decided to resign. A very impressive game, I think. Yes, although in some cases Mikhail Tal missed beautiful sacrifices, but finally he went for that highly aggressive queen sacrifice, which was inaccurate, but as white failed to find the best defensive moves, his position went down very quickly and soon he resigned. Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this game. For more games, consider subscribing to my channel. Also, press the bell button to get notified about new uploads. I will see you in my next video.